So whatever we did in the previous two lab, Gaussian elimination, Gauss-Jordan and LU decomposition, so we did till now without pivoting. So today we'll do with pivoting. So just note down this and perform one row operation only. Just note down this problem and perform one row operation. And then tell me what will be the matrix after performing the one row operation. So I will note down here. So can anyone tell what you will get after performing only one single row operation?
A21 and A22 is 0.
Tell me the row wise. The first row.
2 minus 6 minus 2.
1 minute.
6
6
minus 2.
minus 2.
2.
2.
4. 16. No, 4. 4. Sorry, 4. And then
Okay.
0 0.
Then 0 0.
2 2.
2 and 2. Then remaining two rows will remain same, right?
Yes, sir.
So from here, if you see, if you performing the row operation, so here two rows is coming, 2 zeros is coming in the second row. So even if this entry, whatever this entry and this entry, you will make it 0. Suppose this will also, you will perform some row operation and you will make this entry also 0. So once you will move to the second column, this entry, so with the help of this, you cannot make the remaining entry 0. So can you tell me the exact, I will write, then I will tell what to do. Just perform this and tell me the remaining entry. Like after making the first column below 6 all are 0, then what will be the exact entry? Perform two more row operations so that this will become 0. So here with the
Hello,
6,
sir.
yes.
Sir, the third row will be 0, minus 14, 8 and 1.
0, minus 14, 8 and 1.
Yes, sir.
And last row 0,
2, 3, minus 14.
2, 3, minus 14. So now you can see clearly if we make the entry minus 14 and 2 0, we cannot make with the help of this pivot. These are called the pivoting entry at the diagonal. The 6 is the pivot element here. Here 0 is also pivot element. Then something will come in the third row and then this one. So with the help of 0 we cannot make. So now what we'll do? Can anyone tell what we'll do to solve this?
Row interchange.
So which one Which row you want to interchange?
Second and third.
The second means in the highest value of
Highest
that
value is which? Highest value, or
means
we can highest value means which one? Minus 14 or 2?
2.
So if we interchange with minus 14, is there any problem?
It will not make any problem, but in some other method we can replace the highest value. I think I didn't remember that method.
Okay.
So
So here we can interchange with any. We can interchange with minus 14 to 0, or we can interchange with the 2 also. That means we can interchange second row and the third row, or we can interchange with the second row or the fourth row. So here we have the two options. Suppose the matrix size is bigger, like suppose 10 cross 10. So below this 0, total 8 entry. So out of 8 we have 8 options. Yes or no? Like in this case we have two options. Either we can interchange with the third row, or we can interchange with the fourth row. But if rows are more, we have more options. So which one will use? Once we'll write a program or code, we have to tell to the computer, or we have to write in Python clearly which row will interchange. So there should be some specific criteria will follow throughout this interchanging. So we'll not like randomly do. We can do every time. If you choose randomly also any row, if you interchange, that means non-zero entry, then you will get the solution. But as a program point of view, you will make a unique choice. So one unique choice can be, we will take the maximum value, and that value we can interchange, and that is called partial pivoting. So just I will explain, I will show here one example. So is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So here in the first column, first we'll see the first column. If you want to do the partial pivoting, it is written Gaussian elimination with partial pivoting. So we'll find the maximum value. Maximum value means maximum of mod of that entry. Not like if it is negative, we'll take the modulus of that, because negative entry is always less than the positive. So we'll take the modulus of this. So can you hear all are positive? So even no need to see which one is the negative, which one is the positive. So no, even if you will not take mod, doesn't matter. But if it is negative, we have to take the mod. First take the mod of all entry and find the maximum. So which one is the maximum entry in the first column?
1.
1. So 1 is the maximum entry. So with the help of this 0.02 also we can make, and we can perform. It is not 0, but in this technique we'll always see which one is the maximum, and whatever maximum, so we'll interchange the second row with the first row. So once you will interchange, so this 1 will go here and this 0.2 will come here. That means the whole row will interchange, and after interchanging you will get this one. Is it okay? So whatever we did the previous, the only thing we have to change in the program, we have to find every time the maximum entry. Once we'll get the maximum modulus, then we have to interchange the row with that maximum entry in order to perform this row operation. So each time we'll perform the row operation, but first step is to find the maximum value in which entry, that entry and corresponding row we have to interchange. So we'll get this one. That means the second row will become first row, and first row will become the second row. After that, with the help of this one, we'll try to make this entry 0 with the row operation. These two entries already 0, so we have to make only 0.02 this 0. So can you tell me which row operation will apply so that that entry will become 0?
R2 minus 0.02 into R1.
Yes,
R1.
R2 minus 0.02 into R1. So once you will perform this row operation, this whole second row will change and you will get this one. So with the help of the first row, we are making this is 0. So after performing the row operation, you will get 1 0 0 in the first column, and you will get the remaining entry also change in the second row, 0 minus 0.03, here minus 0.02. So now the same thing again we'll do. Now we'll find the maximum. So can anyone tell which one is the maximum?
2.
Not 2, here below this, including this
1.
entry.
1.
So, yeah, we are making, with the help of this, we are making the remaining entry below the diagonal entry 0. So we will not consider the above the diagonal because we are making here 0. So with the help of this, that means we'll take the maximum of this minus 0.03 mod, comma this mod, comma 0 mod. So maximum here is 1. So with the help of this one, we'll make it. So we'll interchange the second and third row. So we'll interchange. After interchanging, this row will go up and we'll get this one. So now again we'll apply some row operation. With the help of this one, we'll try to make it 0. So the same process we'll do to make the upper triangular form. So that is Gaussian elimination. Even if you apply the Gauss-Jordan, we have to do the same thing. Even in the LU decomposition also, we have to do the same thing. So with the help of this one, we'll apply this R3 plus 0.03 R2. This entry will become 0 and it will change. Again, we'll find the maximum of this and this. The above the diagonal will not consider. We will see from here and below. So 0 and 100, 0.04 and 100. 100 is the bigger number than this. So we can keep 100 above. And then again we'll make it 0. So with the help of this, we'll make it 0. We'll get this one. So now here, no need to find maximum. So we got the upper tabular matrix. Then we'll perform the row operation. So we'll perform this backward substitution. We'll first find x4. Then we'll put x4 here. We'll get x3 is 0, x2 is 0, and x1 is 1. So is it clear to everyone? What is the partial pivoting? Anyone have doubt in this? What is the partial pivoting? Partial pivoting means every time the pivot element should be maximum below the diagonal entry whatever. So we have to choose maximum, and for choosing the maximum we have to interchange the row. I think it is clear. Anyone have doubt? Tell me. Okay, Kajal, no problem. You just listen. I will share anyway video so you can watch later my video. Now we'll do this in Python. So I will not write whole code. So you tell me you want me to do for Gauss-Jordan, Gauss elimination, or LU decomposition.
LU
Gauss-Jordan.
Sir, LU decomposition.
See, our idea is same. Okay, even I will apply in LU decomposition, even Gauss-Jordan, even. So first I will explain the idea how to do, and then whatever method you will tell, I will do that method for you. The same line I have to write, so no problem. So first this matrix I will write in Python. So first I will write the matrix. This matrix I want to solve by using Gauss elimination or Gauss whatever method. So can you tell me how to write this matrix? What to write so that this matrix I want to write?
A is equals to np dot array 0.02.
Okay. A equal to np anyway I have to define. Np dot array.
Zero 0.02.
Yes, so I will write that one also. So first I will define this what is called np by importing the library numpy. Import numpy as np. And then here I will write the matrix A. Total 4 rows. So in this bracket I will write all 4 rows for the matrix A. So the first entry of the matrix is 0 0.02, 0 0.01 and then 0. 0 0.02, comma 0 0.01, comma 0, comma 0. So the first row is done. Now the second row is 1 2 1 0. 1 comma 2 comma 1 comma 0. Third one is 0 1 2 1. 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 1. And then the last row is 00 and 100 200. 0 comma 0, 100 comma 200. So this is the matrix A. I will print A and see it is printing properly or not. So it is giving the matrix A. So here this E represents that 10 to the power minus 2. That means 0 0.02 means it is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. So there is no problem. Okay. Now I will write the right hand side also. That is the matrix B. So right hand side here is 0 0.02, 14 and 800. NP dot array 0 0.02, comma 1 comma 4 comma 800. And even I can print B also. So this is the matrix B. So can you tell me what command I have to write so that it will solve? Like analytic method by using linear algebra library. Just can anyone tell?
linalg dot a.
Linear algebra dot solve
No.
A comma B, right?
Yes, sir.
And if you print X, it will give the value of X 0 0 4, which is exactly same whatever it is given here. So now we'll see how to find the maximum first. Then we will see how to interchange the row. If we know these two things, then we can do this partial pivoting. So instead of this, I am just taking here as a 2 and here as a 1. And I am printing X, I will show. So suppose this is the matrix here. I just changed this decimal because it looks a little bit odd. Some 10 to the power minus something it is coming. So just to explaining point of view, I am doing like that. So now in the first column, this 0 also I am changing so that the maximum whatever it will come, it will clearly visible to you. So I'm just changing some random matrix here. So can you tell me what will be the maximum in the first column?
12.
So how to find maximum in Python?
np.max.
np.max. Okay, so I will do np.max. So first tell me how to get the first column. I want to print not matrix A, I want to print a first column. only one column. First tell me how to print column number 1.
A comma colon 1.
A, yes, colon comma 1.
Comma 1.
So here instead of row I am not writing anything. Okay, but instead of column I am writing number 1. So it is this, like this. So this one will give the second column. Let us see. It is giving the second column 1 2 1 4. This is the second columm. If I will write here number 2 or number 3, it will give the last column. Yeah, 0 if I will write, it will give the first column. So it is giving the last column 0 9 1 200. It is clear how to write any column?
Yes, sir.
Suppose we want to write any row, then what to do? Suppose I want to print row number 2.
Print A2 comma colon.
Yeah, then this colon will go this side in the column position, like Aij. This one is for row, comma, after that the column. So row I am not writing anything, column I am writing 3, so it will give the third column. And row is no index, that means all entry in the row, all entry of the column 3 in the row it will come. So if I want to change like this, 3 will come first, that means it will give the third row all entry. Like third row means here the fourth row. If I will write 3, that means it is 4, because the counting is starting from the 0th. So this is 0 row, first row, second row, this is the third row. 4 400 200. So like someone said that if you apply the maximum, it will give the maximum value. So first I will write for column and then I will write the maximum. So maximum value equal to, this one will give the column number 1. A colon comma 0 will give this column. Now if I will apply maximum over this, it will give the maximum value. P dot max. So what will be the answer of this? Can anyone tell?
12.
Let us see.
12.
So it is giving 12. So what we want? Like suppose this 12 came, after that what we will do in this matrix?
From row operation.
Yeah, which row operation?
Sir, we'll interchange the first row with the row where we are getting the maximum value.
Yeah, in this case, tell me what will be the, which row we have to interchange?
1 and 3.
The zeroth
Yeah.
row
1
and
and
second
3.
row.
Yeah, in this case we have to change the 0th row and the second row, 0 and 2, because this is the first, this is second, this is third, right? So if it is here, suppose I am putting minus 12, then the here it is maximum is coming 4, but what is the correct answer? It will be 12. So we have to take the absolute value. So here I am applying the absolute also. Absolute of this. First take the absolute value, after that find the maximum. It will give 12, even it is minus 12, but the absolute value is maximum, so it will give plus 12. So what we want to interchange which row we have to, where the maximum here in the second row, so we have to interchange the second row with the 0th row, right? But here it is giving the 12. I don't want 12, I want the row where it is in the location, like 2, so that we can interchange 2 with the 0. So how to find the location?
Sir, so we can do here like this maximum value, we can do it in a loop, like this making a loop in which we compare each entry of the column with the मतलब जो हमारी ये डायगोनल एंट्री है उसके नीचे वाली एंट्रीज को हम उसकी वैल्यू से कंपेयर करें
ठीक है,
और जहाँ पे वैल्यू मैक्सिमम आ रही है, मतलब वही एब्सोल्यूट वाला ये जो आपने लिया है उसको लिया, और फिर जहाँ पे मेरी मैक्सिमम आ रही है उसको मैं वहां पर मैं जैसे एआई जो आया उसको मैंने लिया, और फिर उसको फिर मैंने बोला कि मैं ये वाली रो को, मुझे रो का नंबर मिल गया, वो उससे मैं
Right,
फिर इंटरचेंज कर सकता हूँ।
right. So this whatever logic he explained is fully correct, but there is a one function like here max function is there. So like there is again one function that is called arg max. That means it will give the argument where maximum will occur. Like suppose you are solving some function fx, you are finding maxima minima, so it will give the point where maximum will occur, and the second one is the what will be the maximum value. Two things, one is the point where it will occur. Suppose the maximum will occur at x equal to 1, and then if you put x equal to 1 you will get the maximum value. So maximum value by using max, but the point where it will occur or the index where it will occur, if you write here arg, it will give the entry, or whatever he said, you write a loop and you can find that those both will give the same answer. So now can you tell me what will be the answer of this argmax means what it will give? Yes, what it will give? It will give 2. That means it will give the entry where maximum occurs. Like it will give the row, which row it is the maximum. So row number 2. So we have to interchange row number 2 with the row number 0. Is that clear? So here I am writing this is not a maximum value. Now it is maximum row index. This is the one line which is required. This is the first step to find where maximum will occur. So this line I will add in the Gauss elimination. So now if I will run, it will do this one. So can you tell me what will be the maximum in the second column? Where is the maximum in the second column?
4.
4. So what to write here if we will do for the second column?
1.
A colon comma 1.
A colon comma 1. So now if I will run, so it is giving number 3. That means the third row. Is that clear? Max and argmax difference is clear? Anyone have doubt? Tell me. Suppose this entry will become 0. So I am making 0. Right. And I am running this again. These are 0. With the help of these two, first we will find the maximum. Okay, so here I am writing this one, and first I will show only maximum, then argmax. So now here it is showing maximum is 10, but answer will be 4. So what change I have to make so that it will give 4?
One, 1.
See, this is the matrix. This is already 0. So we are at, suppose this step. With the help of this, we have to find the maximum of 2, 1, 4. Maximum is 4. So we have to interchange this last row with this second row. But here it is giving this one 10. In the first column, maximum is 10. So can anyone tell, is there any change I have to make?
Sir, if we create a loop such that it will only take values below the values of only diagonal and the values below it, then we can get it.
Okay. Yeah, so we can
Yeah.
do that one, and that loop we can directly run here. So here it is written colon, that means yes.
1 2 और मतलब जैसे अगर मैं सेकंड कॉलम की बात कर रहा हूँ तो मैं 1 2 ये कोलोन 3 तक
Right.
मैं चला.
Yes. So if I will write here instead of colon, if I will write it will start from row number 1. That means 0 row I skipped. It will go up to the last row. Last row is
3
3.
3.
this is 0th row, this is first row, this is second row, this is third row. So I am writing 3, and let us see what will happen. So it is giving 2. That means it is not taking 4. So this means 1 to 3 means it will starting from 1, it will go up to 3 minus 1, it will go up to 2 only, right? This is the convention. So we have to write here 4. Then it is giving 4. So this A1 to 4 means row number 1, row number 2 and row number 3. But this comma 1 means column number is 1. That means this column. So like that we can say that if this is the diagonal entry, it will start from diagonal, it will go up to last. Here also it will start from the diagonal means second, it will go up to last. And if we want the index, just write ARG, it will give the index. So anyone have any doubt how to find the maximum entry? For that you have to write this line only. This line is sufficient, it will give the entry. Till now no row interchange. After that, once we will see how to interchange the row, then that 2 line I will add in the LU decomposition or Jordan, then we are done.
सर यहाँ
So
पे ARG मैक्स 3 देना चाहिए था, ये 2 दे रहा है.
what?
ARG मैक्स ये मैक्स जो है यहाँ पे 2 दे रहा है.
It will start from here 2, 1, 4. So this it will start from 2, 1, 4. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So it is giving 2. It will start from here.
Okay.
Like from where you are starting, it is counting from there. It is not taking this, but actual number is this plus 1, right? If you
Okay,
are in
sir.
if you are in the first column, this is the column number 0, this is the column number 1. If you do like this, then what you have to do, you have to add 1 here. That column number you have to add, so that it will give the correct answer, because you are skipping 1 entry above. Now it is fine.
Yes.
So just try to understand this line. If anyone have doubt, take your time and tell me, because this same line I will write one line, another line I will tell to interchange the row. This both 2 line I will add. That means partial pivoting is done. This only 2 line I have to add in our code. This absolute will take the absolute value. This 1 to 4, that means we are finding the maximum from this 2, 1, 4 in this only. So I am skipping this number 10. Then I found the index where it will be out of these 3, which one is the maximum. It is giving this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, but actual answer, because we are skipping 1, so we have to add 1 here. Like for example, if we are doing this, so now can you tell me, if we are doing in the column number 3, what to write here? So this is
2
for
plus 2.
Yeah, so 1 minute. This is for COLUMN column number 1. Now if I want to write for column number 2, then what change I have to make? So here it will start from
2.
2
to 4.
2
and here plus 1 will become
plus
Plus 2.
plus 2,
Plus
because because this 2 I already skipped. So if you run this, it will give the correct answer. So finding maximum index is very easy. Now I will show you how to do. Yes, who is asking? Your voice is breaking.
So column number 2.
Yes, this is column number 2. I am finding this. I wrote here column 1, column 2 to show that this code will give maximum here. This code will
max
give this.
2
Yes.
to 4, comma 1 you have written na, so it should
Okay,
be.
sorry. Yes, it should be 2, right? Correct. Yeah, now it is fine. Yeah, it will be 2 here. So now I will tell how to interchange the row. Once you will get the index, this index will interchange the row immediately with that index. So I will tell this is in this example. So once you will know these 2 things, that means you are able to do. So I am printing first A, then I will interchange the row, and then again I will print. and check it will interchange row or not. So tell me which row you want to interchange. I will interchange that row. Tell me which row you want to interchange in this matrix. I will show you how to interchange.
Sir, first row and third row.
First row and third row. So I am writing here 1, 3 with 3, 1. Like 1, 3 change with the 3, 1. 1 will become 3, 3 will become 1. So if you write like this, it will interchange the row. Let us see. This printing is before interchanging. This print means after interchanging. So is there any change happen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is interchanged or not? 1 means this row. 2, 1, 9.
Second row.
Yes, 2, 1, 9. It will go to the last row. That means the 3. It will came here. So interchanging row means you have to just write like this. You can write even you can write here colon. That means column we are not interchanging. This 1, 3 change with the 3, 1. If you run this also you will get the same thing. This colon means we are not interchanging column. We are interchanging the row. Here 2 rows. 1, 3 will change with 3, 1. Is that clear? So now we'll do the Gaussian elimination. One is this one. Maximum row index we'll find, and then we'll interchange the row. This one. So here I will just copy the previous code. This code. This is the Gaussian elimination, and I will tell what this 2 line where you will write. Suppose you want to solve this problem by partial pivoting. Even for this problem, if you will not apply partial pivoting, doesn't matter. But whatever problem I gave in the assignment, that you cannot solve by Gaussian elimination. So if you see, the answer is coming 3, 1, minus 2, 1. So now can you tell me where to write interchanging things in this code? Definitely before this A you will not interchange, right? So from here we are starting this, we are choosing multiplier, we are making 0 this row operation. So we have to start here. This K represents what? It will represents the column where you are making below diagonal 0, like column number 0, column number 1, column number 2. So in each column we are making, so first we will find the maximum index in each column, right? So I am finding maximum row index, right? np dot arg max. So tell me what to write here. Suppose you are doing for the any column number, suppose 5. So tell me for column number 5 what to write. I already shown for column number 1, column number 2. I am asking column number 5 what to write.
Absolute of A 5
Absolute of A
4 5. This 5 cross 5
here there is no column 5. So tell me, okay,
Sir,
just tell.
K,
Yes.
K colon N.
Yeah, so if it's for column number K, that means K colon N, it will go up to
Comma
last
K.
row. Yeah, comma K in the column number
And sir, outside will be
plus K.
plus K.
Like it is 2, then 2 to N. N means the last row. Here N is the length of the total 4. So is that clear? Like I have shown here. This one for column number 1, this is 1 to 4, comma 1 plus 1. 2 to 4, comma 2 plus 2. So it is for kth column. K is anywhere running. Once K will be 0, it will apply on 0th row. When K will become 1, it will apply on the first row. K equal to 2, it will apply on the second row. third row, fourth row, and so on. Now we got the maximum, so now we have to interchange the row of matrix A. So how to interchange? Tell me what to write.
Sir, max row index, comma, colon.
Max row index, comma. We are interchanging the row. Which row you will interchange with this maximum entry?
Sir, kth row.
Kth row. Because what we did here, this code will give the maximum in the kth row, kth column.
Yes, sir.
So that will interchange that kth column entry, that kth row entry will change with this whatever maximum we got. Here k comma maximum row index, whatever maximum row will come, we will interchange with that kth entry. The akk entry will change. Akk entry change means that kth row will interchange with the maximum whatever we got. So is there any change we have to make? Yes.
k
Yes.
comma max row index पहले होना चाहिए.
Yeah, you can write k comma max or max comma k, doesn't matter, both are same.
सर फिर यहाँ पर
you are
ये
interchanging.
नहीं मतलब यहाँ पर तो हम जो कर रहे हैं वो जैसे ये A31 जो हुआ वो हमारा A13 के बराबर हुआ.
Yes. Here we are A1 not equal. That means the interchanging.
असाइनमेंट एक तरह से हो रहा है ना कि यहाँ पे we are assigning the values of A1.
No, we are not assigning. We are taking some temp variable, and with the help of that, we are interchanging the things. Like we did here. Like 1-3 will change with the 3-1.
यहीं पर देखिए ना, यहाँ पर 1 कॉमन ये जो 3 था ये तो मेरा मैक्स रो इंडेक्स आया था ना.
No, here there is no max 1-3. I asked that which row you want to interchange. So this is the code. By using that, we can interchange, right?
ठीक है सर.
See, this is 1,3. Even I am not writing any column thing. So what this code will do, it will interchange the row number 1 with the row number 3. If you want to write 2, it will interchange with the. So this is just for interchanging, like 2 with interchange with the first. So this one 219, it will go here, and this 121, it will go up. Right? It is the interchanging 1-2 with the 2-1. So
and
here
sir, if we write A that is equal to A12 तो तब क्या होगा?
What will tell me? I will write. What you want?
अगर हम यहाँ पे A2.1 that is equal to A12 लिखेंगे ना.
Okay, fine. Now I'm running. See, now what will happen? See, either you will I am saying that I interchange with J, J interchange with I. So both are same thing. So is that clear? This line, whatever maximum index I got, where the maximum, that I interchange with the kth row.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Is there any change we have to make after this, or we are done? This Gaussian elimination, now it become Gaussian elimination with partial pivoting. Same thing I will write. So now any change we have to make or not, or it is done? So let me run, we'll see what is the answer. Previous what was the answer, now see what is the answer. It is showing something absolute was exactly one argument. Okay, I missed the bracket. This absolute, this one, comma k, then I missed the this bracket. Okay. So this is k2 and the row, this is comma column, and then absolute value. So now I'm running. So is it the correct answer, whatever we are getting previously?
No.
Yes. So I didn't touch any code, I added only 2 lines. One I found the maximum and I interchanged the row of A. So something is missing. I have to add one thing. Can anyone tell me what I missed?
Sir, we have to change B also.
Yes, we have to change the B also, because row is changing, the right hand side B is also changing.
Yes, sir.
So the same thing I will write, that same row interchange with the B. Instead of A, I am changing B also. B means right hand side. So this three line, one is finding the maximum index, that index I interchange with the kth row. So B is also changed. Now I am running. So the answer is coming perfectly, 3 1 minus 2 1, done. So only this three line if you add, you will get the Gaussian elimination with partial pivoting. See, whole code is same. The only change we are making, we are finding the maximum entry and then we are interchanging with the row. So once A will change, definitely right hand side B will also change. So now if the same three line I will copy in the Gauss-Jordan, Gauss-Jordan will become Gauss-Jordan with partial pivoting. Any doubt? Tell me. So if I will just copy these three line, I will show you here Gauss-Jordan method. It is there. This is the Gauss-Jordan method. After this loop, I have to copy. First I will run it this one, then I will, after changing, I will make it change. So I am running this. I am getting 3 1 minus 2 comma 1. Now I will add those three line here in the Gaussian elimination, and if I will run this, it will give. So it is giving some 2.81 minus 21. Can anyone tell what is the problem here? So Gauss-Jordan I applied over this problem. And the previously answer is this one. This answer 3 1 minus 2 1. But in Gauss-Jordan we are getting not 3, 2.8, 1 minus 2 1. Can anyone tell what is the problem? In terms of code, there is no problem. There is some technical issue. Can anyone tell what is the problem? This why it is coming 2.8? Why? Because here see all the values, here it is giving integers, here these are also integer. Once we are dividing here these things, the value is not integer. After division it become float also. So that is the problem. So how we can overcome this? Can anyone tell? Those who know C programming, at least they can tell.
Sir, we can write int in front of it.
Yeah, you int. If you write int, then it will become integer only. If you write float, because the arithmetic operation here we are performing, it can give the decimal number also. So I'm keeping it as a decimal. So just tell me which entry. Just in 13 point I'm writing 0. So this is the now the decimal number. Here also I'm just keeping 1.0. So now it is all decimal. Like this matrix is not like integer entry. It is become the decimal entry also. It is inside there. So now if I will run and then see what answer it will give. So it is giving the perfect answer. 3 1 minus 2 1. So have you got what was the problem previously and this one? The entry should be, if suppose some integers are there, but if you divide the numbers like 2 integer, it may not be integer. It can be float also. That means it can be some decimal number also. And here we are dividing. So it cannot be again integer. So we have to take the decimal. It's not like that here we took decimal, that one entry I put decimal here, that means the whole matrix of type decimal type. So if you divide two integer, then answer will come in the decimal. Even after 0.0 it will come, but it will take as a decimal. The same thing I did for BA. So this is the one way to do this. There is another way also. You can manually define, like someone said that you can define that it is a decimal type. So it's the data type you can define. So this one is clear to everyone. Now I will keep this entry as it is, whatever previously it is given. Now I will write here the data type, that is in Python you can write d type. This is equal to float. It is 64, like 32-bit, 64-bit. So like that we can define data type. That means whatever arithmetic here we are performing, division, that will give the number float. Either you can write sum of entry decimal or all entry decimal, doesn't matter, but at least one entry should be decimal. That means it is a float. If all entry in decimal, doesn't matter. So if you run this, it will give the same answer. 3-1 minus 2-1. Now the same thing, all three I will go and I will put in the LU decomposition. So I will show here, I wrote already LU decomposition. This is the LU decomposition with both LU store in A. So first I will run this. So let us see it is working and it is giving the answer 3, 1, minus 2 and 1. So here after this loop, I will copy all the three things, and if I will run, it will give the answer 3, 1, minus 2, 1. So now LU decomposition become with partial pivoting, only adding these 3 lines. So what I will share with you, I will share only these 3 lines to you, or you can note down for partial pivoting. One is finding maximum, another one is the interchanging row A or row of A, then row of B. So anyone have any doubt, tell me. If no, then I will move to the, see I shown to you for Gauss elimination, Gauss Jordan, even LU decomposition. All 3 code you have to add this line. So now what I am changing here, I am making here 4, and now I am running this one. So I just changed this entry -8 by -4, that is your, I think, exercise or assignment problem, and here it is written 30. So this is 30, this is -4, but remaining thing is same like previous assignment. So now I'm running with this, and I got the answer 3, 1, minus 2, 1. Is it okay? The assignment problem, whatever I gave, the first part I solved here. So now I will solve it without pivoting, like by normal Gaussian elimination, but just removing these 3 lines. If you run this, it will not give the answer. See, it will give something like this. So can you tell me what is the reason? Cannot convert the float, not a number, to the integer. That means you are dividing by 0. If you apply the first row operation, like very beginning I said, if you apply the first row operation with the 6, with the help of this 6, if you try to make this 12 0, this -4 entry will automatically become 0. So you have to interchange the row. If you will not do the partial pivoting, that means the answer will not come. So I will just show you here. The first time you will do here, so I'm printing in the matrix A. So in this matrix, if you make this 12 0 by R2 minus 2 R1, so this 12 will become 0, this -4 will also become 0. So in order to make this 2 entry with the help of this, we have to interchange the row. because we didn't interchange the row, we are without interchanging, we are performing the same thing. That's why it is giving error. Error means with this AKK entry is 0, so it cannot be divided by 0. That's why it is coming in not a number. So here we have to add those 3 lines in order to get the answer. This problem without pivoting you cannot solve this. So with pivoting the answer is coming this. Is it clear? Anyone have any doubt? Then tell me. Then I will move to the complete pivoting. This is partial pivoting. The next one is the complete pivoting.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in the np.argument max at the end of bracket, why +1 or +2 is required, sir?
Yes, tell me. I will tell. See, here it is written 2 to 4 or it is written 1 to 4. Okay, suppose this +1 is not here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, I'm just removing this one. I'm just telling this one only. So once you will find this argmax, so what it will print? Let us see. It is giving 2. So this is the column number 1, means the second column. The maximum entry is which one? This 4, right?
4, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
But we are finding maximum of what? We are finding maximum of 2, 1, 4. This 10 I am skipping. I am not taking 10 in maximum because we are finding with the help of this we are making where is the maximum. So we are taking maximum of these 3. So this I already skipped, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Not, because it is written 1 to 4. It is not written 0 to 4. If it is 0 to 4, it will take this 10 also. Right? See, if I put here 0 to 4, that means whole column is covered. And once you will write 0 to 4, whole column is covered, then maximum is at the 0th location. That means here the answer is coming 0. But if you start from 1, actually we need to start from 1, then the maximum it will find in this 3 entry. So 3 entry maximum in here at the bottom, that is 4. So it will count as a 0, 1 and 2. So that's why it is giving answer 2. But in the actual matrix, the answer is 3, the last row. So that's why we have to add whatever we will skip here, that we have to add in the counting point of view. So that's why +1 here in this column. If we are in this second column, then we have to add +2 because this 2 element is already gone. So whenever maximum will come, that entry will not count this 2. So that's why we have to add 2 in the second column, 3 in the third column, because whatever element you will skip, that counting is missing. It will count from here 0, 1, 2. If you come here, it will count from 0, 1, 2. But we want counting from here. So that's why this 1 is added. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
So now I'm moving to the complete pivoting, not the partial pivoting. Even if you solve by partial pivoting, you will get the correct answer. If you apply complete pivoting also, you will get the correct answer. So first I will just show what is partial pivoting in the mathematical terms and all. This one is the just a notation. You have to find the maximum absolute value of aik, k from k to n. Like I wrote, if you are at the kth row, with the help of that, if you want to do, then you will start from k, and you, like if you are in the first column, then you will start from 1 to n. 0th you will skip. So from k to n, you have to find the maximum entry, that largest entry, and then you have to interchange the row. That is called partial pivoting. First find the maximum where it is, and it is written choose the smallest integer for which. That means suppose in this there are 2 entry which are same and they are maximum, like 4 I put here, and also I will put here. In the first column, this is the first column, this is 10, then 2, instead of 1 I am putting 4. Now I'm running. So tell me which one is the maximum in this column. From 2, 4, 4, which one is the maximum? Which 4 is the maximum? Both are same. So maximum at which location? See, this we are skipping, but 2, 4, 4, which 4 is the maximum? Both are maximum, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what we'll choose? We will choose the least integer value, because this argument function is already giving the least one. It is giving 2. That means 0, 1, 2. So we'll choose this one. That means we'll interchange this row. We have both choice. We can interchange either third row or second row. But this argument maximum, it will automatically giving the minimum, means who will come first, it will take that maximum. So the 4 is out of this one is coming first, so it will take this maximum. So no problem. So that is partial pivoting. Will take the least integer such that the maximum will occur. So that will automatically take care by this function. But if you are writing by your own loop, then you have to write the code such that it will take minimum. Even you can take maximum also, doesn't matter. So no need to change in the code. It will take the first one. Once the first maximum will come, that it will take automatic. So in the code, no need to change anything. So here it is written the choose R such that means R is the rth location where maxima occur. The smallest integer for which that smallest is automatic take care by the argument function. So it will automatic take care. So no need to do anything. So this is called partial pivoting. Okay, now I will show the complete pivoting and I will ask to you what you will understood from this. Just read this and tell me what you understood by this. Is there any difference between complete and this? Just check it and see it. Here also we are finding the maximum. And then we are interchanging the row and column both here. Like there also we are finding maximum. Here also we are finding maximum, but here we are interchanging both row and column. Is there any difference between complete and partial? Can anyone understand this and explain me what exactly that means?
Sir, in the case of partial pivoting, we were looking with only single individual column, but here it is a submatrix case.
Yes, here we are looking whole matrix. So let us do with the example. Like in this. So for the this first entry here. So what we'll do once we are doing this complete pivoting, first we'll search where is the maximum value. So can you tell me in this whole matrix where is the maximum modulus? And which
Sir,
entry?
-14.
Minus
Minus
14.
14.
Minus 14. Yeah, minus 14 is there. But which place minus? There are two minus 14.
So 3, 2, and 4, 4, 4.
3.
So this one means this one minus 14 or the last entry, this one. Which minus 14 you will choose?
3, 4, 3, 2.
3, 2. This is 3, 1. If you are saying third row and okay, no problem. You are starting from 1. So in this case 3, 2. So what we'll do, this entry we have to keep here instead of 6. So how to do? By row interchange, is it possible?
Sir, first we do row interchanging and then column interchange.
Yes. First we'll do row interchange and then we'll do the column interchange. Both interchange will do. Then this 14 will become here. That means this column 2 will become column 1 first and then interchange this to here. It will automatically go. So either you will interchange row first or column first, doesn't matter. So in terms of writing here in this example, first you can change this R3 interchange with the R1 and C2 interchange with the C1. So R3 interchange with the R1 and C2 interchange with the C1 in any order. Like R1 first interchange column, C2 with C1, then interchange the row, or first interchange the row and then interchange the column, doesn't matter. So once it will become this minus 14 will go to that location, then perform the row operation. With the help of this minus 14, make it 0 in that column. So definitely some entry will change. So this whole column will go here and this will go here and then interchange the row. So can you do this row operation and column operation, that interchanging, and tell me what matrix you will get after that? That means interchange the column number 2 with the column number 1 and then R1 with the R3. So whatever you will get, then tell me, I will write here. So this is called complete pivoting. Yes, sir.
Minus 14.
Hello, sir.
Minus 14.
081.
081.
00.
00.
222.
22.
Minus 26.
Minus 26.
24.
24.
20.
20.
3 minus 14.
3 minus 14. So just check it is correct or not. So anyway, last will not change. Here the only 20 will shift here. 6 will become minus 2, 0 will become 0, 14 minus 14. Yeah, I think it is correct. So once this is done, then which row operation will apply? Will with the help of this minus 14, we'll try to make this minus 2, this minus 2 0 and this plus 2 0. For that you know already code, no need to change. The only thing you have to change is interchanging. Once it will done, if you move to the next, then next step is what? Next is which one is the maximum?
2 1.
See, the first I found the overall maximum in the matrix. Similarly, now we'll find this maximum in this submatrix.
Minus 14.
Yeah, then minus 14, then again we have to interchange. So like that we have to do. Then again in this submatrix we have to find the maximum to make it. So this is called complete pivoting. Overall matrix, then submatrix of size 3 cross 3, then submatrix of size 2 cross 2, then 1 cross 1. First 4 cross 4 overall matrix, then 3 cross 3, then 2 cross 2, then 1 cross 1. And once it is, every time you will perform this row operation, you have to do first maximum, then column interchange, row interchange. And remaining thing is fine. First find the maximum and interchange. So you know I already explained how to find the maximum. I already explained how to interchange the row. Can you tell me how to interchange the column? What code I have to write so that column will interchange? Like here, this is the interchanging of row 2 with row 1. Can you tell me what to write so that it will interchange the column? Just tell me so that I will write column interchange. First tell me which column you want to interchange. Yes.
Sir, colon, comma.
Yes, colon, because row I don't want to interchange. And here in the bracket I will write which column. So whatever column you want to interchange, suppose 1 with 2 and 2 with 1. So let us see it will interchange or not. So you can clearly see this one 10 will go here, 8 will come here. Interchange the column number this with column number this. So this 8 to 100 it came here, and this 10 1 2 4 it came here. 1 2 interchange with the 2 1. So here also, here whatever here I wrote in the matrix, you have to interchange the column also. First interchange the row, then interchange the column, or first interchange the column, interchange the row. Right? Now here the maximum row index, here you have to find the overall maximum. So I will go back to here. in this matrix, so I will just deal with the maximum things original here, original matrix. Yeah, okay. So now tell me how to find the overall maximum here, what to write here, so that it will give overall maximum. What to write here so that it will give overall maximum. Here, this is already 0. This is already 0. Now I am here in this part. So what to write here? This sub matrix, 3 cross 3 matrix.
4, comma A1 to 4.
A1 to 4, comma, this is 1 to 4. Okay, just I am removing this for the time. So what answer it will give?
200.
Okay, let us see. So it is 200, but we are not interested in 200. We are interested in the which index this one. That means which column this one and which row this one. If we know the number, we can interchange with that. So I will write here ARG. So can anyone tell what answer it will give?
So 3,3.
Let us see what it is giving. It is giving something 8. But we want 3,3. It is giving 8. Can you tell me what is this 8?
Sir, it is the index if we, because there are 9 elements in the sum matrix. So it is starting, it's counting from 0.
Yes.
And the last element is 8 then.
Yeah, so it is how it is counting. It is 0. This is first. This is second. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. So with the help of this 8, can we find 3,3? So let me write here. Whatever I wrote here, overall matrix, what is the maximum? So I am just removing this one. I will write a matrix 3 cross 3 and I will give the counting also. So tell me some random entry of the matrix. 3 cross 3 matrix. Give one example.
2, 7, minus 1.
2, 7, minus 1.
5, 2, 3. Minus 10, 0, 0.
So what is the maximum here?
Minus 10.
Minus 10. This one, the maximum modulus. So in Python, which entry will start from 0? So this is the 0th entry, this minus 2, then 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the 6. So it will give the 6 index. So with the help of this 6, I want to find the, it is 3 cross 1, means 3, 2, 0. If it is starting from 0. So how to find? So let us do it the general matrix. General matrix of size n cross n.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, I think it will give the index as 2, not 6.
As 2, why? See, it will be starting from here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will give 6. Why 2? This is the overall maximum, not the maximum in the column.
it will count 2 for
Okay, let us see what it will do. See, I am writing here np.array. One column, first row, second row, and third row. And then I am finding the maximum of arg. This maximum I am printing. Now I will write the matrix entry. 2, 7, minus 1, 2, 7, minus 1, then 5, 2, 3, minus 10, last two entry 0, 0. It is giving 15. Okay, it is taking that, so I will write here, this is the matrix A1. Now I am finding the maximum in A1. It is giving 1. So I will take the absolute value so that it will give the actual thing.
Sir, last entry 0, 0.
What? Okay. Now it's fine. This parenthesis is also fine. So it is giving 6. It is not giving 2 or something. So see, this is 0th entry according to this. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7, 8. Like that it is counting. It is giving the correct answer, but we don't want this answer. We want row wise, which row and which column.
Yes, sir. I think in MATLAB it used to do like that, counting column wise.
Yeah, in MATLAB also it will count like 0, 1, 2, but here it is counting like row 0, 1, 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it is giving 6. Now with the help of this 6, can we find the original index? Like this is a second row, 0th column. That answer we want. So I will do the general formula for this. First we will derive the general formula in ith, jth column. Like if the question is if this is aij entry, in n cross n matrix, then what will be Python will give for this I, jth entry. If this is ith row and jth column. If Python will count, then Python will count is what? Python will not count I, j. Python will count what?
ij minus 1.
Can anyone? What?
I into j minus 1.
I into j minus 1. No.
Sir, I plus j minus 1.
I plus j.
I plus j minus 1. Count correctly. So tell me how many. Okay, forget about this. Tell me in the first row how many entry? If you start from 0, it is n cross n. How many entry in the first row?
N minus 1.
N minus 1.
How many in the second row?
N minus 1. N minus 1.
Yes, n minus 1 in each row. So if you reach up to I, so how many is already covered? Before you reach I, how much is already gone? Up to I minus 1 row, how many total entry?
I minus 1 into N minus 1.
I minus 1 into n minus 1.
Why? Oh, okay, yeah. N minus 1.
And plus n plus j minus.
N minus 1 because each row has n minus 1 entry. So before this, I minus 1 is already gone. So that means this much entry is before this. Now it will count from
Plus
here.
j minus
It is j. It is
plus j
j.
minus 1.
It is jth column. So plus j minus 1. Because it is counting from again 0, 1, 2, 3. It is j minus 1 entry. So this is the aij entry. When I start from 0. So this is the aij entry. And suppose MATLAB is giving answer this as a L. So we know L. Can we find I and j? N anyway matrix size is known. So how to find? The idea is that first you see if you are getting this, like if you divide by n minus 1, this L. If you divide by L minus 1, then what you will get? L divided by n minus 1, you will get I minus 1 plus something. Correct? Just see here.
Yes,
If
sir.
it is 6, if this is 6, total 6 matrix size is, what is the matrix size here?
3.
3. So it is 3 cross 3. Yeah, 3 cross 3. So whatever entry MATLAB will give, divide by the matrix size. You will get the, so here it is 6, if it is 7, even if it is 8, if you divide by 8 by 3, suppose this entry you want. So according to Python, this entry is the 8 number entry. But if you divide 8 by 3, how much you will get? This is 8, this is 3. If you divide 8 by 3, how much you will get?
2.667.
Yeah, 2 point something. If you take the floor function, you will get the integer value. That means the second row. Because the integer value will start from here. The second row will start from here. So even 6 by 3 is 2. This will also 2. This will also 2. So I, you will get the index I, you will get divided that by the matrix size. If you divide by matrix size, like if you divide by n minus 1 here L, you will get the I minus 1. If you divide by n, you will get the I. So how to find the row? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
And j, I think we can find by finding the remainder.
Yeah, j you can find by that formula, or you can find by remainder also. If you find the remainder, then remaining thing will give the j value. Or you can find by this formula, n times I plus j equal to L. So both way you can find j. So here I am writing row index, and I will write the column index also. So once you will get this one, suppose this entry is a capital L, then row index, it is maximum row index anyway, and column index you can get by using the floor function, np dot floor of L divided by n, and is the size of matrix. So here in this case n equal to 3. So what to write for column index? Then I will print both. Just tell me what to write for column. Column index will be L minus this j. This is j, here ai minus 1 it is written. This is a, if you write one more it is aij. So j will be l minus I times n. That means row index into n. So if you run this, you will get 2 comma 0. The maximum is here at 2 comma 0. So these three things will give the.
Sir, can
row
you
and
explain again, sir? Sir, I'm a bit confused about the row index.
row index. See, whatever you are getting here, because we are counting like this. Suppose this is the 4 cross 4 matrix, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, right? See, this
Yes,
is
sir.
what
Yes,
is
sir.
what is the size of matrix? Size of matrix is 4. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is 0, 1, 2, 3. This number, if you divide by 4, the remainder all are remainder. 0, 1, 2, 3. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you divide by 4, so if you divide that division, integer part will be 0 only. So it will give that row number, and that remainder are these entries. Like if you are here, after that 4, 5, 6, 7. If you divide by 4, and if you take the integer part, if you test integer less than that, will give the 1, right?
Yes.
Like 4,
Yes, sir.
4 by
Yes.
4, 5 by 4, 6
Yes, sir.
by
Yes, sir.
4, 7 by 4. That's why this floor function will take the integer part less than that number.
Okay, sir.
So now after this, you know how to interchange row or how to interchange the column. Remaining code is same. Yes or no? First find the maximum column index and row index, interchange. So here in this code, if you do the complete pivoting, so first here you have to find the maximum entry, then here no k is required. K will require if you take the submatrix. In that time it will count, and then you have to add in this k, you have to add here in this actual index, whatever index you are getting, row index and column index, you have to add here plus k, here also plus k, because you are taking submatrix. So it will increase automatic because we are leaving the original matrix. So now there is one technical thing is left here. So I will not write the complete pivoting code. If you are interested, you can write your own. I already explained. The only one thing is left. I will explain. Then today's session will over. So here the problem is that we are interchanging the column. So is it feasible to interchange the column? That is the question. Like after interchanging the column, its solution will change or not, or solution remains same. For example, if I want to solve this very easy question, x1 plus x2 equal to 2. This is 2 cross 2 system, and another one is 2 times x1 plus 3 times x2 equal to 5. So can anyone tell what will be the solution of this?
1, 1.
1, 1. Now I will write in the matrix form. See, if you solve equation 1 and equation 2, if you even row interchange, solution will not change. Row interchange means you are writing 2x1 plus 3x2 5 first, and then you are writing x1 plus x2. But system is same. Row interchange means there is no effect. If there are more than one equation, like 5 equation, you will write the equation number 5 first, or equation number 3 later, or in any order you will write, answer will not change. But if you interchange the column, so here 1 1 and 2 3. So now I am changing the column. Suppose you will interchange here in only 2 column. Column 1 will interchange with the column 2. Then what will be the solution? Its solution will also change. or it will remain same?
Sir, in this case, it won't change
In this case, it will not change.
because, sir, both x1 and x2 are equal. So changing the columns is not affecting them.
Why? Okay, both are equal. So I have to give some another example. Suppose x1 is 2. I'm changing. This is 3. And now here 4 plus 3 7. Now tell me.
Sir, overall it will not affect at any cost.
What?
Sir, overall it will not affect the answer.
Okay, let us see.
But the value of x1, x2 will interchange in the last.
So value of x1 and x2 will interchange. Like
Yes,
if you
sir.
interchange the column 1 3, here it is 1 2. Then x1 will become x2 and x2 become x1.
Yes, sir.
So after interchanging the column 1 3 will become 1 2, right hand side remains same. And here if you write in the equation form, the first equation will remain x1 plus x2 equal to 3, but the second equation will change. It will become 3x1 plus 2x2 equal to 7. But now the role of, as someone said, that role of x1 x2 is changed. So when we are solving by column interchange, that means if we are applying the complete pivoting, then what we have to we take here, like here only two variable. If more than two variable like 3 cross 3 or 4 cross 4, so we have to keep track of x1 x2 x3 also, because whatever answer you will get the correct answer, but maybe whatever x1 you are getting, it may be x3, or whatever x5 you are getting, it may be x2. So here this both system is equal when these are x2 x1. So that means the meaning is that when you are interchanging the column, you have interchanged the variable also. Like if you are interchanging column number 1 with column number 5, that means you have to interchange x1 with the x5. So that also you have to do simultaneously in order to get the correct answer. So that also you have to write in your own code in the complete pivoting. That means the column interchange will applicable on matrix A and the vector X also. Row interchange will applicable on the matrix A and matrix B, but column interchange will applicable on matrix A and the variable x1 x2. So both you have to change. That means this unknown also you have to change. The same column operation you have to apply. Like if you are changing column number 1 2 3, that means x1 will become x3 and x3 will become x1. So that also you have to change, so that in the last if you get the answer, you will get the correct answer. Is that clear? So in X also you have to interchange, not only the original matrix. That is the meaning. So how you will change the X, because X doesn't have the solution. You don't have any X. The question is find the X. B we have, we can interchange 3 with the 7. A we have, we can interchange that. But we don't have X. So what we will do, we'll assume this is X1, X2, X3. One column we will create, just indexing the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will interchange that column. So in the last whatever we will get, that will give the which X corresponding to what value. Is that clear what I'm saying? For
Yes,
x1
sir.
x for x1 x2 x3 will take 1 2 3 4. One will change 3, that means we'll write 3 2 1. So that will give the idea which X. If you put X with that column, that means you will easily identify, okay, this the first entry if it is 5, then that means that is x5. So because we don't have X, so we'll just give some label. The x1 have label 1, x2 will have the label 2. So in Python it will start from 0 1 2 3 4 and then we will interchange when we are applying this interchanging operation. So like here in this like Gaussian elimination, we have to create one more label. Suppose I'm taking y is nothing but the np.arrange 0, n or n. It will start from 0, it will go up to the size of this matrix. Here it is 4, so I'm writing 4. So we'll interchange here, like here when we are applying this row index change. So this is row in A, we change the row, B we change the, now I will write these two things here. So maximum column index, ULUMN, column index will change in the matrix A, and the same thing will change in the Y also. So in matrix A row changed, in B also it is changed, in A column changed, but in Y column will change. Y means that numbering it is there, so we will able to keep track. And this maximum we have to change it. It is not like this, it is like this. Plus K here and plus K here. So this is complete pivoting. In each method you have to do. First L will come, then row index. So here I will write the maximum row index and the maximum column index. It will Gaussian elimination, complete pivoting. So this is not compulsory for you to submit. That's why I didn't ask to you. This is up to you. You want to do or not. It's totally up to you. You want to perform complete pivoting or not. But you have to submit partial pivoting. If you already submitted last 2 assignment, just copy and paste those 3 lines, compile the program and submit it. Just 5-minute assignment, like today assignment. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. I will take your attendance. So in the theory class, what are the topics till now covered? This is covered Gaussian elimination or not? Still not started. Anyone speak? Can you speak?
No, sir.
So next lab I will not take because I don't want to teach theory also. So let the things cover. So we'll meet to next lab. So next lab there means no class on 21.
Okay, sir.
No, not 21, 18. So 18 no lab, 25 I will take lab. Yeah, any doubt, any query you have, you can ask. Or if you want to leave, you can leave also.